Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday, the 26th of October 2022. In today's Millwall news, we have this piece from the South London Press under newsonline.co.uk about Gary Rowett. Gary Rowett, this is my most competitive squad I ever had as a Millwall boss. Gary Rowett believes this is the most competitive squad he has had in his 3 years as a Millwall boss. The Lions head into the final 4 games before the break for Qatar 2022 World Cup. In the top 6 of the championship and 4 points off table toppers QPR. Rowett broke Millwall's record transfer fee £1.7 million over the summer to bring in Zion Fleming from Fortuna Sittard. The Millwall boss also brought in Jamie Shackleton, Benica Fobi, George Honeyman, Andreas Vogelsammer, Callum Stiles and Charlie Cresswell. Rowett was able to call upon the likes of Tyler Bury and Mason Bennett from the bench last time out during a 2-1 win against West Brom, with Bury scoring the eventual 90th minute winner. It probably is, Rowett told the South London Press when asked about whether this is his strongest squad he has had during his time at the Den. That's natural. As you build, you better squads along the way. It's like anything. People that haven't necessarily impacted the team, you replace with players who can impact the team. It's the most competitive squad we've had. We're not massive in terms of numbers, but we've had a good lot of good quality players. We probably had 20 players who feel that they should play, whereas in some years you have 24 or 25 and you're leaving players out. The squad quality is better than it has been. Yeah, I think that's pretty agreeable, isn't it? I mean, when you compare players who've left, Matt Smith, John Daliber Varson, Jerry Scalak, Ben Thompson. You compare those to what we've got now. Pretty decent, isn't it? I mean, you wouldn't swap the former for the latter, but is that the reason why we're doing so well? Because we had this squad at the start of the season, and we were still on the old shit formation. So when you change the formation, then we start playing better. Although Gary Rowett, I think he did say before in the past that the reason why he played that formation because we don't have players to play a different formation. So maybe now we have the better players. He's okay. Let's try it out, see if it works. But took him a long way to get there, didn't it? So we shall see. Now this pops up talking about signing players and players coming in. This weirdly popped up from footballleagueworld.co.uk. Nottingham Forest player ready to leave and interest from Birmingham, Luton and Millwall. So that there is Lyle Taylor, former Millwall youth team player. Out of favour, Nottingham Forest striker Lyle Taylor is ready to move on in the new year amid interest from Birmingham City, Luton Town, Millwall and the MLS the Football League World can reveal. So I don't know why our name's attached to this. They're just throwing the name in there. Again with Birmingham, he was linked with Birmingham because he was on loan there, and he was connected to Lee Bowyer. So you would imagine that if Lee Bowyer gets another job somewhere, they might go there, depending where that is. But yeah, I can't see. He's kind of like similar to Benica Fobi. So unless Benica Fobi is looking to leave to play more football, why would we want to be signing Lyle Taylor? I don't think so. But yeah, his name is always linked with us for some reason. Because he's from the local area. He was a youth team player in the Millwall under 21s many years ago. So they link us with him. But the striker's contract expires in the summer. And you imagine the East Midlands club will be happy to offload him in the January window. Given the size of Cooper's squad, Taylor had a good record in the EFL, having scored 23 times in 90 games. In the Championship, 50 in 197 in League 1, 22 in 50 in League 2. Now, never say never. I mean, if we get a couple of injuries, we've already got injuries right now to defenders, so. But up front, we seem pretty fine. Would he play in the Bradshaw role? Does he have the legs to play that role? Would he play as the left or the right? You wouldn't think so. So, in that case, why would we sign him unless there's an injury? So if we get a long-term injury, maybe Bradshaw gets injured. I don't know, but currently as we stand, yeah, I don't think this is anything genuine on the part of Millwall. So moving on now to this. So we have draft minutes from the Seven Oaks District Council meeting that happened last week, Thursday the 20th of October, where they tentatively approved Millwall's application for a training academy facility, a groundskeeper building, a security building, an indoor pitch and outdoor football pitches, including an official football pitch and associated training areas, car and cycle parking, high and soft landscaping, and a new access to Falcon Road. So there you go. That was the application. The application had been referred to the Development Control Committee at Seven Oaks District Council by the Chief Planning Officer, as the development was of significant nature, being a major development in the Green Belt. And at the meeting, against the application, speaking for, was Michael Titchener. Who's that? Don't know. For the application was Steve Kavanagh, the old chairman, Parish Representative Ian Bosley, and local members, Councillor Fothergill, who also read out a letter from Councillors Bulford and Harrison. So these are the minutes. So it was explained to the committee that there had been engagement with some local schools before the application was submitted, and then the Mill Community Trust would appoint a local liaison officer should planning permission be granted. They were actually advertising that job, I believe, so they were trying to probably sign someone in before then, but I don't know if it didn't really work or whether they were waiting. Members also sought clarification about the employment opportunities the development will bring to the local area. The usage of the pitches and unlikely hours of operation for the complex were also clarified. Members heard that the impact of the development on traffic would be low and that the scale of the car park would prevent any parking from spilling into the road. They further heard that the floodlights on the pitches in the car park were angled downwards. No fucking shit, because if you put them upwards, the light's going to go up, isn't it? It would not impact drivers on the M20 or nearby residences. They were advised by the National Planning Policy Framework allowed for development on the green belt if benefits clearly outweigh harm. It was moved by the chairman and duly seconded that the recommendations of the report and lake observations be agreed. Members discussed the traffic implications of the site and concerns regarding the power requirements of the development, and they further discussed the possible community and economic benefits of development as presented within the draft Section 106 agreement. The motion was put to a vote and it was resolved that a planning permission be granted, subject to the various conditions which were already mentioned the other week. Basically, there's a chance for them to for the NIMBYs to moan about it to the Secretary of State for Housing, Committees and Local Government, who can then say, no, actually, we won't be doing this. The application's also been referred to the Secretary of State for Transport, because it is so close to the motorway, which is one of the benefits of why Millwall wanted to put the fucking thing there in the first place. So they've set out a load of conditions below, and yeah, we Millwall have to meet all them. This is a massive undertaking by Millwall Football Club. A satisfactory legal agreement made under Section 106 of the Town and Country Planning Act 1990 being completed no later than 31st of January 2023, unless in accordance with a new timescale agreed in writing by the Chief Planning Officer for Planning and Regulation Service. So does that mean we will start building it on the 1st of February 2023? Who knows? I don't know, but this is a massive thing. Just to get to this point, then you have to go through all these extra hoops. So the application has to go to the Secretary of State. How long is that going to take? So it's we're nearly in November now. Will that come back in 3 months' time with a approved on it? I don't know, approved stamp. And then all these other things that are going through, and the Section 106 things are community benefit plan. So this is what Millwall has to do to get this approved community benefit plan for the district and West Kingsdown in particular to support the objectives of the council's community plan. A community liaison officer, Staten. They need to advertise that job and get that person employed by the 31st of January 2023. An economic development strategy to maximise opportunities for residents of Sevenoaks District for employment, skills, training, and volunteering, and support the objectives of the Sevenoaks economic development strategy. Now, so obviously, there's people at Mill working for Mill Training Ground at the moment at various sites. I think at Blackheath Rugby Club in Helton, Calmont Road in Bromley. So obviously, if those people, you tell them, okay, we're moving to this new site. Do you still want to be employed there? Can you still travel to this new site? And I guess they say, well, yeah, I can, of course. Then you can't advertise their job to the local people. So obviously down the road, when they do decide to move on, then if you're going to give a job, you can give it to a local person. But other than that, I can't see what else they can do. Funds to improve the public right of way to Heather Road at West Kingsdown. Yes, the council is getting Millwall to pay for an upgrade to the road, which is in the middle of West Kingsdown, is nowhere near the training ground, and I doubt it will be used by anyone using the train, which is a bit cheeky. Travel plan monitoring, a shuttle bus as part of an overall travel plan. So yeah, they want everyone to fucking cycle. They want Scott Malone and Mason Bennett to cycle to work and shit like that. Ridiculous. But so here's all the conditions. We're just going to scroll down. This is going to take a fair few seconds. These are all the things that Mill will need to follow and to do and to undertake as they build this. It's trying to build something this big is absolute nightmare in terms of what you have to do, and it's absolutely incredible all the hoops you have to jump through. So there you go. But they passed it, and so they're saying 31st of January unless they agree with the council to change the date. So look around that time and see if things are moving and we start getting the ground broken and building work start. And then could they do it in time for the new season? Will we have it next season when we're in the Premier League? Who knows? Who knows? A new training ground and a new league. What dreams are made of. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.